Let's take a look at today's NBA Big Game Breakdown / Best Bet NBA Finals style. They're finally here. Dallas at Boston. Today we're going to take a look at this play from a totals perspective. There's a lot of adages in sports and sports betting, but one of the steadiest over the years is you don't know it until you see it in game speed. Tough to simulate things in practice, and I'm going to apply that here to the Boston defense, which is heavily respected and rightfully so. But in this spot, I don't know that they can simulate the Dallas offense at this level in game one right now. They'll probably make adjustments as the series goes on, but Dallas is playing at such a different level right now. I think it's going to be tough for Boston here defensively. Remember, yes, Boston and Dallas did meet after the trade deadline. Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington, Derek Lively were all present, but it was only the sixth game together, so they lacked a little bit of cohesion at that point in time. What they look like now, 3 months later, is dramatically different. Their improved scoring diversity, especially at the rim now with Gafford and Lively and with Washington shooting threes, a lot more difficult for the Celtics to defend. They're a real good perimeter defensive team. Obviously, four guys out there that can guard. But the interior, with a banged-up Kristaps Porzingis, who will play here, and Al Horford, could get shredded at the rim by these high-flying, athletic Dallas centers. The other side of the coin, Dallas is a much better defense. I mean, statistically, you'll look and see that over the course of the last 25 games of the regular season, they were very good. They've been good in the playoffs, but their style, their propensity has been to play pack the paint. And I don't know that that works real well against Boston's three-point shooters here. Staying back in the paint and letting all their three-point weapons loose could be problematic for the Mavericks here. Remember, Boston was the number one three-point shooting team in the NBA. They also have the most attempts from three-point land of any team in the NBA. So, game one is generally a game where teams are going to dance with what brought them there. I don't think there's going to be a lot of altering what they've done so far. You play game one, you see what you can get away with, and then you make adjustments from there on. So to me, the offenses hold the big edge in this particular series. Remember, Kyrie and Luka, yes, there's great perimeter defense out there. Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, etc. But there's times where Luka and Kyrie are simply unguardable no matter who's out there. So I could see both offenses having real good days here tonight. Obviously, the million-dollar question is rest or rust, right? We ask that all the time when there's such a long layoff. It's hard to predict. Only 2020 hindsight will tell. I think for that reason, if you do feel like there'll be a little rust, you probably try and avoid maybe first quarter, early game, if that's when the rust is going to be present for either side. If you're on over here, you absolutely hope that the first quarter goes well, and then the game follows suit and goes well also. These two teams played twice this year, put up 248 and 229. Boston won here in the Garden, 138 to 110. And they're averaging 121.8 points per game at home. You can't stop them from scoring. I don't think Dallas will. I've mentioned reasons why I think Dallas will score as well. I thought 214.5 was a very light total here. We've seen upward movement to 215.5. Still think it's good. I think this one lands in the 218 plus area. So for today, NBA Finals Game 1, breakdown / best bet, Dallas at Boston, Game 1 over 215.5.